Hey y'all, Tracery here with Picture Me Living, and I'm in Cape Town with my cousin Ayanna. Introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, my name is Ayanna. I'm Trey's cousin.
So how are we related? Because everybody wants to know, how are you my cousin?
Our grandmothers are sisters.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Our Grammys are sisters.
Yes, they're so cute. And I have an icebreaker for you, but first I'm going to talk about what we're drinking. So we went out on a wine tour yesterday that lasted all day.
My fault. It's all right.
But we actually went to, that's part of lesson learned, right? So we went to a few different wineries that we would not have went to if we went with the first choice. So that's how we got this wine. It's actually really good. And South Africa has a wine that they invented called Pinotage. And that's what this is. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it was the best wine we drank all day. So if we definitely only would have went to, I don't even know how to say it. Froschbach? I'm butchering it.
French shop.
French, yeah, don't give me
something like that.
Something like that. If we would have did that in a tram, we definitely would have missed out on this.
Yeah, the tram was more for the pictures.
Yeah.
But this was just a whole experience. And we got to try a whole bunch of different wines. But yeah, I still don't know if I would do it again, though.
No.
Drinking wine and being in the vehicle all day, not a great idea.
No. And they don't know how to drive out here. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because they only drive stick shifts and we used to automatics and they smooth, But I got back spasms from them rides. All day, whiplash.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
And he kept taking us to different wineries. He's like, yeah, you guys are going to be drinking all day. And I'm like, bruh, I'm exhausted from drinking all day. Tired.
So, I mean, it's a good introduction. So, if you're here for a short amount of time and you want to get everything in, it's a good little introduction. Now we know, okay, we'll stop in Stellenbosch, the town.
Right.
And we can
go shopping
and just relax and be on our own time. But we wouldn't have known that once again because we weren't going to stop there. We were going to go straight to the to
the popular one.
To the popular one with the tram. And so we would have missed that opportunity. Now we know we'll go back and do that just by itself. So
I'm going to put all the places on the description on YouTube also, so we can kind of give people a cheat code. All right, so my icebreaker for you. Growing up in Cali, what was your favorite music to listen to? If you could pinpoint a favorite childhood song, that'd be great.
That's horrible. I mean, my memory is horrible.
Oh, no.
Okay, so what's crazy is, growing up, I listened to Motown and old school music. Auntie was big on that type of music. And my favorite song growing up was Wait, Mr. Postman. Wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
Yeah.
Wait. That was my shit. Everybody. Yeah. I literally was going to do a skit in a talent show. I had the whole thing plotted out. I was going to have a cardboard box as the house and a postman walk past. I was dramatic, okay? I was in plays and pageants and so yes, I was very dramatic as a child, but that was shut up. That was my song, okay? Ask any of my family, they would vouch for that. But yeah, basically just old school music, Motown. Mary J. Love me some Mary J. I knew all the words even though I shouldn't have.
Didn't we all? That was unexpected. So what's your favorite music right now?
Oh, I have to say, I'm not really I used to be more of a music head when I was in high school because my stepdad would write poetry and he would rap and things like that. So he branched me out a little bit. But on my own, I just kind of am blah. I just listen to whatever. Right now, I'm into K-pop.
Yes.
But no particular artist. I kind of just listen to genres of music and it depends on my mood, how I feel. I will just burst out and listen to something. It depends really on the era that I'm in. So there's no really.
I like that you're into K-pop though. I like that you know what you like and you're proud of that. And this is what, you know what I mean? I recently experienced that where it was oh, you like this music? Why do you like this music? It's I don't know. I just do. I just feel a connection to it. So.
Yeah, what was it? When I was in my early 20s, Natasha Bedingfield, heading to Wet Seal, it's going to age me, driving to my retail job. I mean, I was blasting her CD the whole time there.
Wet Seal.
Wet Seal.
And that fits. That fits the artist.
So, yeah, so every section of my life, it's been different. It's never been the same, you know, so.
Okay, so what was your last trip? Let's talk about travel. Because I loved it.
Yeah. My last trip, it was my first big girl trip, solo trip.
Okay.
I went to Japan for like 2 weeks, and then I went to China for like 3 weeks. Solo trip. It was interesting. I have to say, I really do like solo travel. You get to dictate your time, where you want to go, how you want to spend it. If you feel like, you know what, I'm just going to lay in the bed today, and I don't have to justify
you get to do that.
Me not wanting to go somewhere on vacation with anybody, you know?
Yeah. I did have a travel friend like that where we would go somewhere and we'd be like, Lenny, you going to do something today? Nope, I'm just going to sleep. You going to go on this tour with us? Nope, I'm just going to sleep. And we gave her that space. We were like, dang, you spent a lot of money to sleep all day, bruh. You ain't going to do nothing with us?
Yeah. I don't know. I turned the last 4 days of China into like a staycation. Because at that point, I had been traveling straight 23 days. And I've been every 2 days, 3 days, sometimes a day and a half, I'm up and gone at the train station, the airport.
Yeah.
So at the end of that lag, I was just like tired. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to extend my stay 2 more nights. Call Delta, was like, go ahead and change my flight.
Yeah.
I went to a 24-hour spa. I hung out in the hotel room and just enjoyed the view that I had and just watched TV on my phone and just minded my business and enjoyed the quiet, you know?
So I enjoy watching people travel on Instagram. So every single post, I was logged into my cousin's post, like all the stories. I was like, where's she at now? Where's she at now? She'll have a selfie smiling. Like, you so happy. Like, every stop, you were just so happy. And it didn't matter what I was doing. It transferred. Like, oh, look at her. She's here. She's here. So I loved it. Every single post.
I appreciate it because I had a good time. I looked back at the picture and I was like, I was cheesing.
Yeah, you were.
You could see the glow and the happiness. And I was like, that translated because I really was enjoying myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a great experience. I hope to have more.
Okay, so I like what you said about solo travel is your favorite. Do you prefer any other type of company, like girls trips, couples trips? Because people have preferences, and I prefer girls trips. What is yours?
I like girls trips too, but it's funny because I just seen a post on Instagram, and it was a gentleman saying that there's levels to it, and it's not a disrespectful like way of saying it, right? It's not dissing anybody's level, but when you go on vacation, he gave like 5 levels and was like, level 1 is like your simple, basic, in-state. You know, for us, like, you know, for, you know, long day weekend trip.
Yeah.
Real quick, accessible, not far, not too expensive, right?
Yeah.
Level 2 was like, you know, all-inclusive resorts, cruises, things like that, right?
And some people never leave those levels.
And that's fine because it shows your comfort level, right? If you got one travel a year and you are busy nonstop and you want to just be a vegetable on the beach, that's your choice. It's your money, right? And there's nothing bad about it, but there's levels to it, right?
Right.
And then he went to level 3 and was like, well, a little bit more. You're now venturing into the international like travel, but you're still kind of like stuck in one city, right?
Caribbean, you're not Jamaica.
You're not really venturing off to be with the locals type of thing. Then level 4 is you went to Madrid, but then you went off and stopped in town, like, you know, an hour or 2 away, and you're traveling to where the locals are, not necessarily very touristy, and you're getting outside of like the main travel destination spots, right?
Yeah.
And then level 5 is just, I will never be a level 5. He's talking about backpacking and being on a mountain.
I can't do a backpack.
You know,
I need a suitcase.
I'm sorry, we're not doing that. I can't even minimize my travel to one bag, let alone backpacking and being in a tent somewhere.
Yeah, I need it. At least 2 suitcases.
Yeah,
you know, like 8-hour flight.
I cannot. Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, level 5 is never going to be me. Just fine, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, so I think like level 2, where it's like all inclusive, you have those moments where you want a vacation or you want to just lounge and just drink your drinks and be at the beach and not be moving. We all need some of those too, thrown out in the year sporadically, right?
Yeah.
But my aspiration is always to be like a level 4, where I'm still at my nice resorts, still nice hotels, but I'm doing more than just like the super touristy destinations. I'm venturing off into the cities where the locals are.
Yeah.
I'm interacting and experiencing the culture where I'm at.
Right.
Right. So, I mean, I guess that kind of wraps into.
So I have a similar concept. I kind of want to create some sort of game from this, maybe like a card game or something, where is what you just said, except cities, right? So level 1 is everybody going to Atlanta, Miami.
Miami, yeah.
Miami, Atlanta, right? Level 2 is Houston, New York. Houston, New York. And then some of it will be experiences. Like level 5 will be getting into an argument with a New Yorker, right? How do you handle that? How do you handle getting cursed out in Bronx, right? And then level 11, we're going to go back to Miami on a girls trip. Somebody on FaceTime with her man the whole trip. Somebody ain't got no money. So you got to figure out how to deal with that, or you're not going to leave that level.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm kind of thinking of it like a card game type situation. How you going to get out of this?
Yeah.
How you going to get to the next level? And I like to look at what we just did in Eisner as we're at the, level 30. Like, that was a lot. It was easy now. The airport was easy. But the
rental car, that was...
Yeah. Rentals, Ubers, all of that.
But that's because you have to make sure you also time yourself, right? And then also you have to be able to have the funds to be able to deviate from your plan.
Deviate off your plan, yeah. Don't ever go anywhere broke.
Yeah. And you know I'm a planner. She already know. I got my whole itineraries packed.
Yes,
I got 20 countries already, like, planned out.
Yeah.
I got activities now, but I'm not set on those activities, right? It's more of like a guideline to give us options to do things, right? Because even before, all us with restaurants, I have like 5. We may not go to any of them. We may do only one. We may see a corner place that looks better.
The option.
But I like the option, so we're not wasting time, because, time is money.
Yeah.
Vacations, we already know PTO is limited, so we don't want to be wasting an hour walking around, and then now the restaurants is closed.
Yeah.
Even though this trip was hilarious because...
So we're going to get to the lesson. We're going to get to the lessons learned about this trip in this.
Oh, my goodness.
So I want to deviate into a lifestyle conversation real quick, because majority, I'm looking for my travel audience. Majority of my audience is still like the lifestyle centered, dating conversation, all of that, right? So
aesthetics driven.
Right. So with that being said, one thing I admire about you is that you're not male centered. You're not male centered at all. Like you're going to live your life. Period.
Very true.
Like, you're not waiting on a Valentine's Day gift. You're not waiting on a man to do something for you. You're going to live your life. So I want to know some advice for the listeners out there. And also, what's your opinion about Galentine's Day, since that just passed?
I love it. I had an event. Well, I attended. I didn't throw it.
Yeah.
But
because they say that's for the ladies is just miserable out here. They celebrating Galentine's now. They just so single and miserable. So
who miserable? Point out somebody else's happiness. Who's the one that's miserable? You mad? We happy? Who miserable? It ain't us. We having a good time at the brunches, having our bottomless mimosas, our wines, our cute little shaped desserts,
right,
with company that we enjoy, that have no expectations of us besides us just showing up. So Galentine's is amazing. It's another reason for us to be able to celebrate each other. And like I said, the ones who's pointing it out and poking fun and trying to find holes is the ones that's really miserable.
It's a projection.
It's very projection.
So what's some advice for the listeners to deviate from being male-centered?
Ooh, I've never been male-centered. I've never been male-focused. That's just how I grew up. It was always about like finding out what you find enjoyable, more introspectively, like finding out who you are. And so, it's hard to give advice on that. You have to truly want it. You have to like not find validation in other people, not just men. So, because, that male-centered, it could go both ways. If you are constantly seeking validation from anybody, you're going to be more inclined to become male-centered, because now you're going to be trying to,
it's the easiest place to get the
attention, right?
Yeah, because men are giving out attention for a price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel like you got to try to find happiness within yourself. Be happy with the solace of you and your existence, and just living in you. Like, I love being by myself. Like I tell everybody, I said, I'm the best company. So if you come with me, it's an experience, bitches, okay? I am the experience, because we're going to figure it out. We're going to have fun. We're going to try to, like, work it out however we can while we still doing our own things. It's not necessarily tied to each other.
Yeah.
But it's still going to be an enjoyable experience. So if you can try to factor in a way to be able to find your own happiness, that's really how you decenter men. because now it's not about what's making that person happy. It's about what's making you happy. What do you like to do? What do you enjoy doing?
Yeah.
How do you want to spend your time?
Finding hobbies. Yes. Especially at our age. Like, life starts over, but then it doesn't.
Yeah.
So that part that starts over, you do got to throw in some sort of hobby. Even if it's taking walks. It's free, first of all, and it's so simple. Just put on some shoes, hit the pavement. People watch. That's just that just occupied you for a whole hour. You ain't even know it. And you got stories to tell just from that. So I always tell women, find a hobby. Find a hobby and enjoy your own company.
That's key. You have to enjoy your own company. That's the problem. When people don't enjoy the quiet, when they don't enjoy themselves, right? They're seeking out now. And desperation is very, you can sniff that out. You can smell it. You can see it. It's very palpable. It's very obvious. So if you're giving that off, what is the intended audience? Those people that's going to notice that and sense that and want to prey on that, they're not good people.
Ooh. They're not.
They're not good people.
They're not.
So if you feel, so even I had a point in my life, like, even now, I don't feel the greatest because I'm a little bit heavier than I have been, but that's never going to chip away at my confidence because ain't nobody going to tell me nothing. Only I can tell me something.
How you do it? I don't know how to
clock
do
it. Clock it. Okay.
Yes.
But yeah, but if you can't internalize that and be able to understand, okay, yeah, I'm not feeling my best, but that's not going to give you any kind of,
I'm still not letting
you come at me.
Anyone in that is not supposed to be in my space.
And if you can't sift or, see that out because you're not confident enough, then just maybe take a moment and a breather and don't interact.
Take a break.
Take a break from those type of interactions until you feel your best. Because when you feel low, people see that and they feed off that. People are vultures.
People are always asking me about dating right now. Like, it's incessant. They're always like, you got to get out there and that's the only way to do this. No, like, I don't have to do anything.
No.
I can sit here for a year, 2 years, 10 years if I have to until I feel like doing it. But if I date it right now when I'm not ready, it's going to be a shit show.
Yeah, what you get is not going to be what you want.
Yeah.
So if you're not at where you want to be to attract who you want to be, then why settle? Because that person you attract at your lowest or at your medium height is not going to be who you want at your highest, right? They always want to point out men don't settle, right? What they'll do is they'll allow someone to be in their circumference until they get to the peak that they want to be at, and then they're going to drop them because they knew that person was temporary, right? Women attach themselves to men and settle too quickly, even though they're not truly embedded in it and they're not truly happy about it, but it's because it's right there. Proximity, right? Women settle too quickly for proximity attraction when you really don't like that.
And
it's just because he's around you and, he's feeding to your ego a little bit,
forces that on us too. Like I said, people are on me, right? They're like, what's going on? Why are you not dating? So imagine someone that's not as strong-minded as me that's like, wow, like, I got to be doing this. I got to be married because people are asking me. I wish the world would stop that too. And it's mainly women, like older women. Why you not doing this? Or why you not, your friends, everybody. They're just like, why aren't you doing this? Because I'm doing it. Or I think you should be doing it. And it's like, no, I don't want to do it.
It's because they're miserable, okay? You see somebody happy and thriving. Why would you want to poke at something you see that they don't have? What's the point of it? What's the benefit of it? It's just negativity. I don't, you just keep that over there.
All right. So for my birthday dinner, I gave out gifts because I saw my grandma do that for her birthday. And I was like, you know what? That is cute. You don't have to break the bank to do it. And so one of the gifts was a notepad and a pen with a message on there. All of them had different messages. So this isn't a message on purpose. Hopefully it does speak to you. But I want you to write down and plan some travel in here. And she's already done this, by the way. But I just want you to act like you haven't done it or whatever. No, for real. Like, write down something motivating about travel. Write down your dream trip. Write down anything travel related and make it happen. Make a plan to make it happen or actually make it happen. So I give to everyone with this. I wanted to give her this also. Now, since she's already done this, where's your next trip or your next 2 trips?
So doing a girls trip next month to Panama City. One of my friends, she has 2 Airbnbs out there, so we're going to go to both, actually. One's a beach property and one's a mountain property.
Ooh.
So we're going to spend a couple days at the beach, and we're going to spend a couple days at the mountain property. So
okay,
that's going to be fun. Gonna go to, they have like a boat tour with the monkeys. I love me a good animals.
So what's
animal visit?
All right, skip the second trip. I want to know what's a dream trip for you.
Oh, you know,
because this is a big trip, and the last one you did was big too. So
I'll say, okay, so look, maybe this is gonna wrap into that, but I don't really have a dream trip because there's nothing that's not within reach, I guess.
Hold on, how you do that? I don't know how to do. I'm too old.
You stupid. But so when you say that, say a dream trip, for me, it feels like it's something that's like hard to attain, right? Or something that's really far away, not within reach. And so I don't see any trip as a dream trip.
Yeah.
Because you plan enough.
Make it happen.
You make it happen.
And that's why I gave out these books, because I think I say that a lot on the podcast, but I want everyone to believe that. I want you to actually write it down and make it happen.
You can make it. If it takes you 2 or 3 years to get to that trip, it takes you 2 to 3 years. No one's judging you, right? No one's clocking. Well, if they are, they're haters. So
fuck them.
Fuck them. It's real simple. It's real simple. You don't give way to haters. So if it takes you 2 to 3 years to gather your funds, to plan everything out, to make that trip worthwhile and make it possible, then that's what you do, right? Maybe you can't do a trip or 2 or 3 or 4 a year or 20 like this bitch here. But everybody ain't on the same level, and that's okay. But be at your pace. Don't overexert yourself. Don't overexpend. Do what's in your capabilities. And so just be a planner. You just got to plan and dictate your time appropriately so that you can afford that trip and that luxury of travel. So that's my best advice to you. Don't worry. Don't be putting dream trips. Say what's your next trip. Plot it out. Plan it. Save up. Have an account dedicated solely for that travel. I don't care if you only put in $50 a month. Do what you got to do. Right?
I love that advice. I love it. That's like, yeah. And I used to take a lot of trips, and now that I've been specifically to the Caribbean, right? I don't go there anymore because it's affordable from Atlanta, but I would rather save that money to come to Cape Town, right? Yeah. And so now the trips are a little bit more spread out because, it's not a $200 flight to Turks and Caicos anymore. Now it's all the way to Cape Town. And it does get a little, like, sometimes I'll sit around the house like, dang, all right, kind of bored. I want to go somewhere. And so I'll have to turn down certain trips here or there because I can't afford it. Even though it might be a smaller amount, I can't afford it because I want to go somewhere else a little later, and I'm going to save this money for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I actually really like that advice. Nothing is a dream to me. I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm going to go. I might not be able to go tomorrow, but I'm going to go.
I'm going to go.
Yeah. I'm going to go. I'm going to get the magnet, and I'm going to put it on my refrigerator.
Yep, that's what I do. My souvenirs are always magnets and money. I like to keep a little bit of the money of every place I visited.
She does plan a lot, right? What app do you use? Because I like it.
Yeah, I love this app. I tell everybody about it. Okay, we're gonna put this on my TikTok so I can get sponsored.
Right, that's the goal.
It's called Wander Log. So, basically, it allows for you to build your itinerary. So, what I do is I have, I don't know, maybe like 20 countries, and then I break it down by city. And whenever I find something, or, you get recommendations, TikTok, Instagram, you say, oh, that's cute. Oh, that's a nice hotel. Oh, I put it all under that country or city. And then when you get closer to actually planning it, based off of where it's located on the map, I then break it down by day. So I create an itinerary, a daily itinerary by all the things that I've added to this. And the app makes suggestions as well. You can say, okay, explore this city, and it will give you all like the touristy spots and things like that to hit up.
I haven't gotten that far into it.
Yeah. So, and that's just a free version. You can have one that's where you pay for it and it links to your email. So your flights, hotel reservations, everything that gets sent to your email gets automatically imported to the app, and it populates it for you. And then you hit confirm to confirm if the confirmations and numbers are right.
Right.
And everything is aligned, correctly. So that's also an extra feature.
So my cheat code, if I write things down, it's out of my mind. Out of sight, out of mind, right? So that's why the app is a great idea. I keep a calendar. That's how I keep everything organized, from doctor's appointments to I need to book this flight by this date, or, the tuition is due at June school on this date. So that way, if I don't write it down, it's on my mind every single day, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I like the app. I look on there, I'm like, oh, Ayanna updated this. We can go to dinner on this day. Now I ain't got to worry about dinner on Saturday at all.
I send her the link so you can send it to somebody to be a co-contributor so they can also add stuff to it, or you can send it to someone to just view only. It depends on how active that other person is going to be in planning. But yeah, I sent her anything so she can always go and say, oh, we got this reservation here. Oh, we're going to plan to do this here. And I told her, I said, hey, this is the itinerary. Let me know what you're down with doing, right? Because we're both used to solo traveling, so we can be independent, So some days she was like, oh, I'll do Friday and Saturday. And then, the other days I'll do this. She stayed in Neisner
for an extra day.
I left because I wanted to do the safari. Well, slight safari and a real safari, but it was okay.
Yeah, I'm very easygoing. If you give me a plan, okay, let's execute it. Let's do it, whatever. So dinner Saturday night. Let's segue into that, right? Made the reservation for 9:30. This is our lesson learned for Cape Town.
Hey, my damn deposit and everything. That shit pissed me off.
This is our lesson learned for Cape Town. So everything travel doesn't work out according to plan. We all know that. You just got to roll with the punches and make shit happen. However, the kitchen closes in South Africa, apparently, the whole fucking country,
every
at
restaurant.
9 o'clock on the dot. 9:30, 10 at the latest. Everybody's kitchens close. Even though it's somebody back there rattling pots, it don't matter. You're not going to eat after that time.
And even if it says late on their website,
it ain't.
They lie, okay?
That's what they meant by late.
Late is not 9:30 p.m., okay? But it worked out.
Yeah, we found a better place.
It worked out. We found a much better place.
Via the Uber driver.
He was really nice. Very helpful.
That's another piece of great travel advice. Talk to the drivers. They know everything.
Yeah, because that reception, I think he tried to get us got. You know what I'm saying?
So let's tell that story. So first of all, we go to the restaurant that no longer is serving food, even though they made our restaurant reservation at 9:30. So we go downstairs, ask the reception where we should eat, and they tell us a place. I'm not going to say the name. And we ordered an Uber there, right? And the Uber looks at us like, oh, okay, I guess that's where y'all want to go. We ain't thinking nothing of it. And so I just happened to ask him, like, do you know any other place to go? Because XYZ. And he was like, yeah, if you go to this place that y'all want to go, keep your purses tight because the ladies in there sell their bodies. And we was like, oh, no, we changing that.
We're not about that life.
Yeah, change the destination. And I'm like, why you ain't say nothing? He was like, oh, I didn't know y'all like that. I don't know. It's like, oh, I'm pretty sure we didn't give that off in our vibe, but yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. But the Uber driver did tell us a good place, and we showed up, and the vibe was nice. Everybody was dancing and smiles and having a good time, and the food,
amazing.
So
it's called a Yep.
A Yep.
A Yep Cape Town. And it was great. I love the dancing. I was like, I really want to get up and dance, but I don't want to embarrass myself because I don't know none of these dances. Mm-hmm. And I'm too old. All right. So thank you for making this podcast with me. And we'll see y'all next time.